You're brushing your teeth right now, or you will be in the next few hours, and you've probably never once wondered why the bristles on your toothbrush are arranged in those neat little rows. They're not random. They're not there just to fill space. Every single one of those bristles is positioned exactly where it is because of a decision made over a century ago by a man with a pig. Welcome to Simple Things Explained, where we take the habits and objects you've never once questioned and show you what's actually happening underneath them. Today, we're looking at why your toothbrush looks the way it does. Before the 1930s, most people didn't use toothbrushes made from bristles at all. They used twigs, cloth, and boar hair tied to wooden handles. Boar hair worked okay, but it had massive problems. It was coarse, it shed constantly, it harbored bacteria like a tiny fur ecosystem, and it smelled like dead pig. Not ideal for something going in your mouth every morning. Then a Chinese inventor in Hangzhou named Nylon came up with something revolutionary. Actually, DuPont chemists invented nylon fiber in the 1930s, and one engineer realized it could be molded, cut, and bundled into bristles far more uniform and hygienic than animal hair. But here's the thing nobody stops to think about. Why did those bristles end up in those specific rows, spaced exactly how they are? Imagine you're trying to clean a surface as varied and irregular as your teeth. You've got flat surfaces, curved surfaces, crevices between teeth, the gum line. If you bunched all your bristles together in one giant clump, they wouldn't flex. They'd be like a broom made of rebar. If you spread them too far apart, they'd miss most of the surface entirely. It's like trying to rake leaves with a pitchfork instead of a rake. The bristles need to be close enough to overlap their cleaning zones, but far enough apart to bend and reach into gaps. So what actually happened was this. Manufacturers ran tests, lots of them, figuring out the exact spacing and arrangement that gave you the best combination of cleaning power and flexibility. They settled on those clusters of bristles in rows because each bristle can bend slightly without hitting its neighbor, but together they create almost complete coverage. The arrangement is basically the mathematical sweet spot between too rigid and too sparse. Now here's where it gets interesting. This pattern didn't emerge from some brilliant designer sketching out the ideal toothbrush in 1935. It emerged from trial and error, from factories testing different prototypes, from the simple economics of manufacturing and the physics of how bristles behave under pressure. The design you're using today is the result of thousands of hours of unglamorous testing that nobody ever talks about. You reach for your toothbrush tomorrow morning, and those neat rows of bristles will feel completely normal to you. But now you'll know they're not there by accident. They're there because someone, a very long time ago, realized that the spacing between bristles mattered as much as the bristles themselves. They tested the geometry until they found what worked, and every toothbrush manufactured the same way ever since has basically copied that answer. If this changed the way you'll look at your toothbrush, hit that like button and subscribe to Simple Things Explained for more everyday things hiding surprising explanations. Thanks for watching.